Thursday practice, guys seemed good, energetic, confident in what they're doing. Felt real good. We had a real good week. I think they liked the week of practice we had. Looking forward to the game. Looking forward to go up and compete and play on the road. I mean, good teams got to go win on the road. Very tough challenge. Clemson's a heck of a team, but we're looking forward to the opportunity to go up and compete against them. Questions?
Never as simple as one thing, but 2, 3 things that you guys definitely have to do to pull off the upset.
Come with the net. Come ready to play. Lock into what we do. Don't have self-inflicted wounds. You got to win the battles up front in the lines of scrimmage, the penalty battles, and you got to be able to make big plays. Don't turn the football over. Create turnovers and don't turn it over, and make the plays. And you got to win the one-on-one battles, whether it's down the field, at the line of scrimmage, at linebacker, whatever. Football gets down to an individual team game. You got to win your battles.
Said Everett had a doctor's appointment on Wednesday.
He was cleared. He's good. He can play in the game.
Is he going to start?
He can play in the game.
Will Sean start?
He can play in the game.
As far as the depth is concerned, what's it been like this week to try to work through all the depth you have and pick and choose and try to put guys in certain situations?
You know, it's frustrating when you first do it because you got to sit down and it takes all the time. But in the end, you become a better football team for it. Because you see guys' abilities to expand in other positions, and you broaden your horizons when guys come back and you get the more depth. But then you also can broaden your offense because you can change different personnel groupings to get to other personnel groupings. And, if you got one personnel group and then when you switch people positions, it can become a totally different personnel grouping by how you call the plays and do the things that way. So from that standpoint, it takes time, but at the same time, it can be very developmental and very beneficial to your football team. And you can see some other guys' capabilities of what they can do in certain situations when the hand is forced. Coach. And coaches too, because we don't want to do it either all the time. We say you're going to do it, and you do it a little bit. But when you have to, you got to commit to it. So that's one of the reasons I like this week of practice. I really liked our practice this week.
Coach, coming off of that, 28 freshmen so far have seen playing time on the field. What does that say, given the injuries that have happened? What does that say, depth-wise and talent-wise, that your team has been able to kind of embrace
Well,
that?
I think you got a lot of young guys that are maturing very quickly. They're accepting roles to step up in that regard and have done a great job at it. Also, our willingness to play freshmen, our assistant coaches' ability to develop those guys and get those guys ready to play. And then like we tell them when you get here, there's no age limit on play, and we have no problem with that. And all that's going to do, if you get the more depth you get, the more you can help even those upperclassmen, those veterans, toward the end of the year, they can stay fresher, healthier, do the things they got to do now that when we get everybody back.
Please assess how you think the scout team did this week in terms of getting you guys ready for
I thought they did a great job. They were all energetic. Guys were willing to do anything they had to do to give us a look.
Is Jock Patrick fully healthy?
Yeah, I tell you what, Jock ran good today. I mean, when you come off a game as a back, the first part of the week, if you run the ball 25, 30 times, you're nicked and knacked. I mean, you know what I mean? But it's about Wednesday, you start kicking back in and going. He was good today.
You said those younger guys have carved out roles, and now they have a decent amount of experience. Are you comfortable with how they should handle the atmosphere if it comes in?
Yes, I am. And the only way to do it, you got to put them in it. I mean, you can't sit here and there's no other way to go around it. It's going to happen it happens when you're a freshman or a sophomore if you haven't ever done it. You know what I'm saying? But I like it. I do. Have confidence in it.
Do you see a role particularly for Jacques regardless of Dalvin's health?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, you got to. He's earned it. And Vickers, too. I mean, those guys have all played good football, so we have to, gradually incorporate those guys in and get more reps for them and also take some pressure off Dalvin.
Dalvin practicing every day this week, encouraging for what he can do on Saturday?
Yes, I mean, especially the last 2 days. Been encouraged.
So he'll be available?
Yes, oh, yes.
Terrence Smith hold up?
Yes.
throughout the week?
No, Terrence, he held up all week and had a real good week.
How did Niall do today?
Everything I heard is good. I'll have to wait till the report till the doctor checks him again, after that. But everything seemed good.
Was he practicing yesterday too, or just?
Yeah, he did some reps. He didn't do he did a partial practice yesterday.
How's Pender coming along?
Actually, good. Pender's ready for the game. Pender can play in the game. Pender's available. And doctors, I mean, he's okay. They checked his lungs. Everything's good. Getting his wind back. He practiced the last 3 days really hard, and looked good.
Surprised? I know you had said that he'd be able to get the weight back pretty quickly, but you're still surprised it's been.
That guy's resilient now. He's a tough son of a gun, boy. He's a tough sucker.
Injuries?
I would say yes, but with him, I don't want me to say no. I mean, he's got there's some things inside of him now.
Mm-hmm.
When you can get a player like that who you weren't maybe expecting,
That's great. That's a great lift. I mean, it feels very good for your depth and everything else, and a guy that can make plays.
Is he back to what his playing weight was, or he still got?
I don't think it's quite there, but it's pretty close. I don't want to say he said he was 100, 200, 201, something like that.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he was 206 or 204, something like that before, I think, something like that.
Is there a chance he'll play on Saturday, or are you
Oh, yeah.
gonna hold him there?
No, there's a chance he'll play. had a chance to play. We'll wait and see. All right, injury report. Featherston's out. Derek Kelly, Marcus Lewis, Cole Minshew. That's it. Their guys are out, and then of course the other guys out for the season. Which I guess are Bello, Green, Lyons, Marshall, and Whippers.
Now would be like the game time, depending on when
Who's
you
that?
get back. Now.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how he talked to the doctor afterwards and how he did today.
Is he a guy that, because he's a senior, he knows that it could still start play significant even though he didn't practice this
Oh
much?
yeah, I mean a lot of those guys. I mean sometimes we'll deliberately hold guys late in the season when they're getting older, more mature. Guys can do that. Just take wear and tear off their body. Develop some of the younger guys some more reps at times. We'll do that deliberately. But yes, Dial definitely is a guy who can do that.
If he has to pass the concussion test, when would that be administered?
I'm not sure. Is that today or tomorrow? I mean, we'll clear. Most of them tell me.
We good?
Mhm.
Good. Thank y'all.
Thank you.